All right. Oh. There we go. Good evening, and maybe good morning and good afternoon, depending on where you are around the globe right now. I know those of us here in this room are in Southern California, Irvine to be exact, and whenever you're in Southern California, you're going to make your way to our beautiful sanctuary here at Soul Center. I'm Reverend Heath. This is our midweek meditation service, and we're getting ready to commune with the divine, commune with our soul, commune with the eternal frequencies of ever-expanding good. And as we prepare to do that, we're going to invite all of you who are here in person, if you have a cellular device, if you could just make sure that it's either off or in meditation mode, something that will make it so that it does not emit light or sound. That would be wonderful. For those of you who are streaming in live from the comfort of your home or wherever you are, maybe you're in your office and you snuck away. You might want to put your cellular device on Do Not Disturb. And as we prepare to do the same in our mentality, before we do, we're going to begin with our reading and our evocation.
Thank you, Rev. Good evening. My name is Lynn. Our reading tonight is from The Universe is Calling by Eric Butterworth. Within you right now and all the time, there is a transcendent power. It is important to take time frequently to be still and get centered at the still point within. That is the consciousness level where you are the focus of the limitless energy of the universe. Many persons complain that they never have original ideas. They say, oh, it would be nice to be creative. I really admire creative people, but no inspiration ever comes to me. And I often say, why don't you get still and listen? Often these people are so busy talking, usually about their deficiencies and the injustices rained upon them, that they never really get themselves out of the way to experience themselves at the point of oneness. It is as impossible for one who is surrounded in ceaseless conversation to experience the flow of creative ideas as it is for pure water to flow through a pipe containing crude oil. Mm-hmm. There is never a moment in your life when the guidance you desire or the creative ideas you need are not present within you, as dynamically present as the force of gravity is present. Wow. Let us take a moment and turn within in prayer. Oh, I am grateful. Grateful for life, grateful for the breath, grateful for this opportunity to turn within tonight. Grateful, grateful, grateful. I know in my heart and with all my being that God is all there is. God is everywhere present. God is in back of all life. God, the creator of the universe. God, the love intelligence governing the universe. God is all there is, and I am one with God. Each one of us here, one with God, one with a divine presence. How blessed we are. How blessed to know this, to have this knowledge in our beingness that we are one with God. Not only one with God, one with the moon and the stars and the mountains and the sea, and one with each other. Siblings across the globe, as the Rev was saying on Sunday. I bless this time together. I know this time together is perfect for each and every one of us. Everyone here, blessing everyone here, blessing everyone watching, blessing the people in the archives, and of course blessing our cameraman in the back, and blessing Reverend Keith as he guides us through this meditation so we can get to that center point, that point of being. Our consciousness is so happy to be here, to go on this beautiful little journey tonight. I give thanks for all of this and so much more. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Lynn. And welcome once again. You know, there's there's your own energy field. That's what you have primary dominion over, your physical body, your emotional, your mental body. You are the one who gets to go to the control panel and adjust the frequency, kind of like you would if you were picking a station, maybe a streaming station online, or the olden days when you'd go to your receiver on the radio and you'd push the button or turn the dial to get to, in the olden days, there used to be these numbers for AM and FM radio, still today, and you'd turn the dial, and if you weren't exactly on the radio station number, you'd probably get some static. The further away you were, the more staticky it would be. The closer you got, the more clear it would be. So we get to adjust the dials of our life and tune into the eternal frequencies. That's kind of what we're doing in meditation, is we're adjusting the dials so that we can return to a crystal clear frequency. And so that's our job. Right now, if you were to put on some music on some speakers, and then there was some other people around you that had maybe their own sets of speakers, and they were putting on their music, and it was getting loud, and there'd be all these different kinds of music, different genres and different volumes, it might seem a little distracting from your own music. And right now there's a lot going on in the world. There's what's going on in Iran. There's what's continuing to go on in Ukraine with Russia. There's continuation of things that are going on in North and South Korea, and various other countries around the globe. What's also going on right now is billions and billions of people are experiencing peace, tranquility, prosperity, wellness. There is more of a propensity and a demonstration of goodness taking place to the zillionth power as there is to the discord. But if I bring my awareness over to something, and then I say, let me just get a magnifying glass, just for the sake of kicks, and magnify it, not to diminish any of the things that are going on in the world, but to establish that it is our job to fortify ourselves in those frequencies. Spiritual selfishness would say that as I rise, all rise. Egoic selfishness would say that I can rise and you can stay down. And we are all about spiritual selfishness, the win-win. That which Darwin actually went on in the dissertation of Survival of the Fittest to incorporate how cooperation is how everything syncs and links into magnificence. Right now, if all of the muscles and bones and tissues and organs in your body temple weren't cooperating with each other, there would be chaos. And so when it seems like there's some sort of a breakdown, let's say in the body temple, there is an enormous majority of harmony, cooperation that equals wellness that is taking place despite. So we're aligning, we're tuning to that. And to get back to the global aspects right now, the fields of energy from your physical, your emotional, your mental, into your situational, right now there is in the 4th and 5th fields of connection. These are the fields where we connect with all other sentient beings on this planet. There's a lot of people playing some loud music, and it is more important than ever for us to be able to center. Spiritual selfishness means that my resilience becomes impervious to those other music frequencies so that I can stay in a stable state of transcendence. And as Eric Butterworth was talking about in the reading, the transcendence is already here. It's just attuning those dials and allowing yourself to move into. It seems like it's a journey. that I'm moving from a particular frequency to another. But your transcendent nature, which is already firmly established, rooted, grounded, and radiant in those eternal frequencies, which can go nowhere, is just being revealed. So we're going to allow that to reveal itself. So I'm going to invite you to just join me with an intention that we're always going to allow a fortification, an expansion, a divine strength to have its way physically, emotionally, mentally, and situationally. We're not coming here, and we didn't come here on planet Earth to diminish or to degrade. We came to rejuvenate and to expand. We didn't come to say, oh, here's a level of good with an ecstatic level of good up here, and I'll just stay here the whole time. No, the transcendent journey is to take us to the next level of good, and we're going to allow that to be. We're just going to allow it to be, and the good news is, when we come together during our meditation, we just sit and relax, but where I'm going to invite the intention is that you're going to agree that you're going to allow it to fortify. And there has been study after study after study that when we have mastery over the mind, they did a study of people. So, because most of us, the real world is going out into physicality and making things happen. So if I go to the gym and I lift weights and I work against the force of gravity, if I do it enough, the muscles will rip, then they'll start to mend, and then they'll grow. And that's what I'm doing when I'm working out, whether it's if I want to grow my muscles. The study that was done was that people who sat on the couch and went into deep states, moving into that theta brainwave activity, and were imagining going to the gym and imagining working out their biceps, were having similar results to people who actually went to the gym and were using that. The mind, when you go to the gym, it's like you're started to do this, and the physical is reminding you, and you've been told, if I do this, then I'll achieve that. So you start to activate that. Totally good and great and fine to put physicality behind all of this and have a tactile, tangible thing experience like riding a bike. You could ride a bike, or you could imagine you're riding a bike. But we came here to have fun. We came here for it to be tactile. But just to know that the power of your belief and the intention and our use to bring that into form, we've got scientific proof that it's working. With that all being said, forget everything I just said. You already know that in your soul. You're just going to relax, and you're going to allow a fortification through benevolence, through brilliance, through goodness, through grandness. Yes?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Everybody here is saying yes, I think, and those of you at home are saying yes. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to let go and move into our time of meditation. So I will center us. We will move into the stillness and come out in a wave of prayer. As always, we begin by giving ourselves permission to relax. Just saying to ourselves in our minds, I give myself permission to relax, steep, and melt into the high vibration of peace and vitality. Remembering we have no place to go. We have nothing to do except surrender to the pristine vibration and the natural circadian rhythms of wellness. We begin with the rhythm of breathing, solely through intention. No efforting, allowing our breath to expand, to soften and freshen, widen, deepen, solely to intention. And as we inhale, we can feel the fresh breath, the angelic light, the divine frequencies of peace and beauty, harmony and love. Tranquility and joy, clarity and serenity, beginning to flow through all the channels, the meridians of our physical body, emotional and mental bodies. As we exhale, we let go of the temporal, dense frequencies of the carnal world. We exhale, letting go of any tension, dormant or suppressed. We allow it to rise and release, transmute and alchemize. We don't need to know why or how. We feel it being transformed as a fortifying energy of divine strength flows into all the cells and muscles as we inhale. Exhaling, we let go of thinking, figuring, analyzing. And we inhale and feel waves of light tingling throughout our body, emotions and mind. As we exhale, we let go of time and attachment. We let go of attachments to the past. Feeling that energy evaporate. We let go of projections to the future. There's freedom, timelessness, and spaciousness begin to overwhelm us. We let go of the present as we feel the presence expanding in our awareness, You may begin to feel or sense waves of clarity beginning to awaken. I invite you to feel tingles of light caressing your scalp, flooding the follicles and the strands of hair. I invite you to feel the energy washing over your brow, down the back of your scalp, an awakening, an attuning is beginning to envelop us. You can feel the frontal lobe of your mind as all thought shifts to inspiration. As we open to Providence, the voice of the soul, you can feel waves of light throughout your brain and scalp, moving from your eyes as the imagination attunes to insight. The occipital lobe in the brain allows us to see the reflections from the eyes. Is awakening to clear, revelational insight. You can feel the energy of your temporal lobe attuning with the ears as sound and distraction fades further into the background. Waves of light attune to the still small voice. We are opening to full, soulful awareness. You can begin to feel the mind syncing with the heart. The medulla at the base of the brain tingles as waves of energy flood into your heart center. A synergy of heart and mind as the heart center in a spacious calm where you can feel vital flow expanding with joy. Angelic radiance as the heart opens, strengthens, and expands. You can feel the energy tingling along your spine, down into your hips. Every muscle, every bone, every tendon, joint, flooding with light, as luminosity, weightlessness, radiance. And every cycle of breathing is taking us deeper. An overwhelming sense of truth as you feel your connection to your soul. And I invite you to feel your entire energy body expanding as soulful resplendence, elegance, floods in your toes and your shoulders and your hands and your emotional body, tingling with light, fortifying with purity, resilience, and a direct connection between the heart, the mind, the soul, and the divine. This is where we open to the wisdom of providence and marinate in the fortifying frequencies of the eternal. And so we rest, rejuvenate, and relax in the stillness. Going even deeper and higher. angelic light, expanding, waves of purity, innocence, flowing through your entire being. I invite you to become aware of the happiness throughout your body. Happiness in your kidneys and intestines. They always carry the code of homeostasis. There's a happiness in the stomach, the pancreas, the adrenals. There's a happiness that the organs share as they work with each other to bring about wellness. The lungs, the heart, the spleen, gallbladder and liver, thyroid, you can feel the energy, your spiritual DNA, vitalizing. Begin to notice waves of remembering that flood your awareness with optimism, faith, trust. Billions of years, the sun has shone, the earth has orbited. Life cycles, circadian rhythms of seasons and gravitational pull, elegantly in synergy, only to bring forward beauty. The billions of stars, trillions of planets, the flowers and the forests, the snowflakes, the waterfalls. Back of all life, there's a primordial vibration of unity, connection, brilliance. We return and know that beyond the ego are certain personality traits. There is an unwavering magnificence that we have all said yes. I'm truly grateful to know that as we recalibrate, we rejuvenate, we simply return to the beginning, to eternality. And remember what every master in deep devotion with the divine has ever uncovered and revealed. There is a good back of all life that cannot be destroyed. It is divine. It is eternal. It is breathing our breath right now. We align with the divine design, the great remembering and truth that that which we call the universe, God, Yahweh, Adonai, Choda, Allah, Dios, the Great One. We open to its magnificence that created us in its image and likeness. The part of us that has no beginning and no end is eternal angelic light. And we simply allow that as radiance to shine through, always informing us through inspiration of the best. And so I invite you to bring your awareness to your feet and just feel yourself anchoring and grounding heaven on earth through you, as you. I invite you to bring your awareness down to the bottom of your energy field, to your 10th chakra, your earth star, a starburst of emerald green and white light, where we anchor the energy, the purity, and that brilliance as our experience. We simply allow it to be good and true, vital and so, by saying, and so it is. Amen. And so as we come back into a lucid state of divine awareness, just take a moment to let that energy integrate. You go through a time of acclimating and integrating. So we'll just integrate, let that energy have its way. And of course, those of us here in the sanctuary, we're gonna bring the lights up. Welcome you back, those of you at home, those of you here. And you know we're here we're here Wednesdays, like we are tonight, for our midweek meditation service. Sunday, we're here at 10 o'clock for our meditation service, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Don't forget, this Sunday, Saturday night before you go to bed, spring forward. We're going to spring forward. So if you stay on the standard time, you'll be an hour late. So we're going to spring forward Saturday night for our new time on Sunday, except for those of you in Arizona and Hawaii and certain other countries around the globe. And then we also have our daily affirmative prayer, which you can tune into on Soul Center's Facebook Live page, or you can get the address for the Zoom link at soulcenteroc.com. We have our music and our message after meditation on Sunday. We got lots of things going on in our community for you to enjoy in the subtle brilliance and peace of self-realized empowerment. Let's see, what else? There is a sound bath coming up, and it's actually filling up pretty quick already. On Sunday the 22nd, we're doing an abundance and prosperity sound bath here in the sanctuary. That is a paid event. Early bird registration is open. It's going to go to regular registration, and then it will go to day of registration. This Sunday, we have somebody who purchased some extra tickets, and we're going to raffle them off after service on Sunday. So if you come on Sunday, you have to be here in person. You could win one of the 2 tickets to our sound bath on the 22nd. So that'll be after our service on the 22nd. If that resonates with you, we'll be in here. It'll be a laying down sound bath experience with singing bowls and other frequencies. And for those of you who ever want to make a contribution to our community, we're pretty much fundraising all year long. And so those are the ways you can contribute to our community. For those of you at home, those of you here, you're welcome to make a donation if you so choose. For those of you here, there is a box at the back of the room for cash or checks. If it so calls to you, we appreciate it. And with all that being said, I appreciate all of you, and thank you for being here. You're welcome to, chill for a little bit if you want. But this concludes our meditation service for the evening. Peace and blessings.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was
Thank you.
Thank you.